Hi, welcome to Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes and Panning, and today is Tuesday, January the 2nd, 2024. Can you believe it? 2024. A new year and a new start for the channel, and I'm excited to be here, and I am uploading a video today that I have wanted to do for so long, and it's called I Am a Cacharel Girl. Now, I have been a Cacharel girl since the 1980s. Yeah, that's right, since the 1980s. And my first fragrance from Cacharel was this beauty. Ane. Now, for those familiar with Ane that still use it, maybe there's viewers out there that continue to use this and have used it for a decade. You'll know exactly what I mean when I say it's light, it's fluffy, but it is strong, and it is a powerhouse fragrance also, which in itself is very contradictory, but nevertheless true. Definitely true. Cacharel Ane, light, fluffy and strong and powerful. Now, as I said, I've been using it since the 80s, and I always have a bottle in my collection. Always. Now, I haven't done a collection video, but I do intend to get around to doing it this year, 2024. All being well, I hope to show you all the fragrances I have. Now, I believe that a fragrance shouldn't be something that is just something that's popular at that point in time. I think it should be something that you really love, and I love this. Now, some people may say it's outdated, and they are certainly entitled to think that and not use it, and for them it may be true, and other people may think that this is a lifelong companion, and I am one of those people. This is my companion for the rest of my time as a perfume purchaser. So that is number one in the collection, as not number one in the collection, but the first Cacharel fragrance I have used, and it is Ane. Now, it could be pronounced anise. I'm not sure, but here we say Ane, and most people know what we're referring to. It is very obvious when you're wearing it. If you have smelt it before, you will not mix it up with something else. And that is what I like about the perfumes that came out in the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. 70s also, that would have been slightly before my time, but you will not mix them up. When somebody is wearing one of these fragrances and they go by you, you know exactly what they're wearing. Whereas a lot of them nowadays are samey. Now, to a lot of people that is what they want, but to me, no. I like something that is Ane, Cacharel. The bottle is iconic. They did do a couple of flankers of it, but this is the OG, and this is the one I use. Always have a backup in my collection. Number one. Now, the second Cacharel fragrance, which I'm wearing today, is Lulu. Now, Lulu is completely different from Ane, as you can see from the bottle. Now, the cap has went astray somewhere along the line, but it's very Art Deco bottle, and I believe there is some so perfume number two from Cacharel would be, and these aren't in any particular order as regards choice, they're just in the order that I've discovered them, would be Lulu. Now, I believe Lulu was named after the actress Louise Brooks. Now, if you're a fan of classic films or old Hollywood, you would know who Louise Brooks is. And if you know me, you know that I am a massive old Hollywood and classic movie fan, and I have a Pinterest board dedicated to old Hollywood and so on and so forth and what have you. And if you watch the show that quote comes from, you know exactly what it is. But as you can see, the cap went awry. It is very Art Deco in its style, the bottle. And Lulu is very, very unique. It's strong. It is spicy. It is not somebody that wants to sit in a corner and not be noticed. If you are wearing this, you will be noticed. And if you were wearing this in 2024, whereas not as many people wore it as did in the 80s, you will certainly be asked what you're wearing. Because 2 generations have come along since people knew exactly what Lulu was, at least 2, and wouldn't be familiar with it. So, Lulu by Cacharel, and Lulu has my vote as a absolutely outstanding fragrance. It's beautiful with the cap on it. Unfortunately, as I said, I can't find it. I don't know where it went. I always have a bottle of Lulu in my collection. So that is Lulu by Cacharel. And if you would like me to go into more detail on each particular fragrance, I'd be more than happy to do that and pick the notes up on the Fragrantia website and go into detail on exactly what's in each fragrance. But for now, we'll just go with my basic opinion. So, an A, Lulu, different as you could say that would be day, this would be night. But when you would smell this, you would say it could possibly be night as well. This one, day, night, any occasion. But you can be prepared to be noticed when you're wearing Lulu. So, 2. So the next one I have that I'm going in order would be Eden. Now, Eden is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for everyone. When I first sampled Eden, back when it came out, I did not like it. I knew somebody that wore it, but I personally did not like Eden. I was an opium girl. Definitely. Didn't like it. And I came back to it a couple of years later. And ever since then, I have been blown away by Eden. Eden is absolutely everything. It is flowery. It is aquatic. It is, I don't think there's anything that you couldn't say Eden is. When you spray it first, you have to give it a second to land on your skin and to mix in with your chemistry. That is the thing about perfume. Everybody has different chemistry when it comes to perfume, and not every fragrance suits everybody. You may love the fragrance, but the fragrance may not love your chemical pH. But if you can hit one that does, then you are so going to use that fragrance forever and a day until they eventually maybe stop making it, discontinue it. So Eden, the bottle itself is quite unusual, but it is an extremely memorable fragrance. It's like, it's just a mixture of everything. It can be a little bit confusing. You wouldn't say it's floral. You wouldn't say it's, no, you wouldn't say it's aquatic just. You wouldn't say it's gourmand. You wouldn't say it's like I said, it's confusing. But once you get used to wearing it, and if it agrees with your pH, this is an absolute winner for me as regards fragrance. And as I said, from first spray, didn't like it, went back to it, gave it another chance, and from that day to this, I have always had Eden in my collection. Actually, I have two of them at the minute. So that is Eden by Cacharel. Next in the Cacharel family would be, which one would it be? Let's see. It's a toss-up actually between Amore and Noah. Now I discovered both of those at the same time. I like the Amore. It's very appropriate for a lot of people. You wouldn't get a lot of people that wouldn't like it. You may get some people that think it's a bit too sweet, but basically it would be a people-pleasing perfume. Whereas the Noah would be more definitely for those that like floral, that like light, that like kind of a fluffy fairy fragrance, you could say. Now this was an OG. After popping out at me. This was an OG. This is a really old version of the Noah. I have a newer one in my wardrobe, but this was an old bottle that I had. And as you can see, it was finished right down to the bottom. And compliments. I got so many compliments, and I didn't expect to, wearing this. And so many queries asking what I was wearing, which also surprised me because it didn't jump out at me as something that people would be interested in, but it was. So that's Noah. That's Amore by Cacharel. Amore comes with the little fuse like a kind of a grenade, and the Noah would be less. It'd be more, what would the word be? Ooh, simple. A much more simple bottle. Understated. Yeah, that's a better word. Understated. Completely understated. But beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now when I say light, fluffy, fairy, like, I don't mean like Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely. No, it's completely different to that. It is a very unique. Maybe Elizabeth Arden's Splendor would be slightly like it. Yeah, I could see that. Or Elizabeth Taylor Violet Eyes. Something there that would remind me of that. But this is beautiful. This is people pleasing. So if you're a people pleaser, go with Amore, or you are purchasing for somebody that you're not familiar with what they like. 9 out of 10 times they won't be disappointed with the Amore. It is very pleasant and people pleasing. This one, you kind of have to know your person more. So final one is one of the more recent Cacharel fragrances that I've found, and it is the Yes I Am, and it is the Yes I Am Original. Now there has been a huge amount of Yes I Am flankers have come out in the last while. There's been Yes I Am Glorious and Yes I Am Fabulous, and yet this is just Yes I Am. Now if you weren't sold on the bottle, which is like a lipstick, I mean, that's a winner for starters. And second of all, the Yes I Am is absolutely beautiful. Oh. Once you start spraying, And the best place to spray is the wrists, as everybody knows. The elbows, the back of the knees, the ankles, all of the pulse points, behind the ears. And this, as regards longevity, you're not going to get as much longevity out of the SIM as you will out of the Eden or the Lulu, but you will get a fair bit of longevity out of it, especially if you use something underneath it like a body lotion or something. Even I've heard a lot of people say to use petroleum jelly, just a little bit of Vaseline, just something to put on the pulse points. This is very modern. It would appeal to people like myself who have been purchasing fragrances since the 80s and who are just fragrance addicts. It is beautiful. The bottle is beautiful. The sillage is quite good. It projects quite well. If you had it on and you were walking away from somebody and they know you have something quite fab as regards fragrance, but they may not. It's slightly addictive to start spraying it. I am a huge fan of the SIM. So that is Cacharel. Yes, I am. Cacharel Lulu. Cacharel Anene. Cacharel Eden. Cacharel Noah. And Cacharel Amore. Now, which would be my favourite? I would have to say it would be a toss-up between Eden and Lulu, but that's just me, and that's just from where I come from, the 80s, definitely. And then it would be a toss-up between, no, 3 would definitely be the Anene. Then, Yes I Am. And finally, depending on whether you like light, understated, good projection, good sillage, beautiful fragrance, very unique in a way, because not a lot of people, I don't think, wear Noah. More would wear this, the Amore. This would be more in line with the new fragrances that have come out from all these houses of pop stars and singers and everyone like that has come out with fragrances. So that would be more common. This, very unique. Definitely unique. And definitely for a niche. It is absolutely beautiful. Noah. So, there are my fragrances from Cacharel, and I'm going to title this video I'm a Cacharel girl, because I am Cacharel girl. I was a Cacharel girl. I'm a Cacharel woman now. 50s. Definitely woman. Girl. Gone out the window. And I'm quite happy about that, because progression is where it all should be. We progress through life, and those that don't get to age are unfortunate. So 2024, moving on, Cacharel is where it's at for me. So I kindly thank you for watching. I kindly thank you for supporting. I kindly thank you for enjoying. And at the end of the day, that's all it is for us. It is, if you watch, we'll keep continuing putting videos out there. And we are happy that you are enjoying our content. And we look forward to getting to know more of you through the new year. So thank you so much for all the watching, the views, the support, and the comments. And Happy New Year to everybody out there that's watched, and to their families. And here's to a good 2024 for us all, because we all need a good one.